Okay, good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming to the today's Restaurant News Networking Group. Today is January 24th, and this is the 9 o'clock group. My name is Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of today's Restaurant News, and we are a group of vendors who are here to help each other grow our businesses and also to help any restaurant owner, manager, or chef who might have an issue or a problem that they want to have help solving. We're here to do that. And if you want to reach us, give us a call at 561 620 8888. Go to our website at trnusa.com. And we've got over 400 videos on our YouTube channel, which can be accessed from our website at trnusa.com. Good morning, everybody, and I want to welcome back Joe and
Thanks for
welcome for
having me,
the first
guys.
time. Yeah, I'd like to have you. And Herb Denmark is here for the first time.
Good
And
morning.
Herb, I'm going to ask you to tell us who you are, what you do, where you're located, and just for your information, uh, you don't have to sit and write everybody's name and number. At the end of the meeting, I will send everybody a spreadsheet with everybody's contact information.
Oh,
So,
wonderful.
so you'll get it via email. And George is back also. He was going to just give us a couple of minutes in a few minutes. So Herb, tell us about yourself.
Herb Denmark. I've been in the payment processing space for 31 years. Represent 12 different processors in the United States and four in Canada. Um, Seen a lot of different changes over the years, obviously from knuckle busters to where they've modified credit cards from no chips to chips. Some of you may know this, some of you may not know this. I'll give you a quick 2-second overview of chips. Europe has chip and PIN, and when they decided to implement that 8 years ago here in the United States, we're a little lazy and a little behind the scenes because all we did was implement the chip. We never implemented the PIN. The PIN was only implemented for debit cards. So that's been a bone of contention for people in my space that have to deal with fraud all day long. Um, Love to get to know what you folks do and see how I may be able to help you. You know, there's a lot of changes in our space where we now have dual processing and uh, the ability to charge back to the customer themselves. Um, Between the 12 processors that I work with, they probably put on anywhere between 15 and 25,000 new merchants a month. And it becomes a very viable option for the merchants because now all those fees that they've been paying months and years on end, they don't pay any longer. And it's become a very successful, profitable opportunity for them. Something you see all the time that you may or may not have ever realized, and that is going to a gas station. You pay $3 for cash, or you pay $3.25 for credit. So they've been doing it forever. We've just been able to implement it probably over the last 8 years, and it really took off during COVID. I'm from originally Bucks County, Pennsylvania, two kids. And Howard, you must be familiar with my son, Grant Denmark, and my daughter, Sydney, who just had a wedding last weekend. And now I live in West Palm Beach, Florida. That's me in a nutshell. I don't want to go too far deep into what I do and how I do it because I'm sure everybody's got things to say and I'm here to learn.
And how do we reach you?
610, I can give you my email or my phone number.
Okay,
Uh,
give us
six
both.
one okay, 610-721-2793. And probably the best way to get me in an email is herb@merchserve.com, spelled HERB at MERCHSERVE.com.
So what's the actual name of the company? Because I have S
So
left.
yeah, you have Sleft, which is my son's company, and he'd asked me to jump on this call. which I'm happy to do. I own Merchant Services International, which most people know in the industry as MSI. Um, so I'm here on behalf of my son. So it would be under Sleth.
Okay, well, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Christy, you have to go first.
Good morning, everybody. Chris Kaufman, Restaurant Recruiters of America. And to prove that, even though we are based in Vidalia, Georgia, about 70 miles west of Savannah, 180 miles southeast of Atlanta, and third traffic light off Interstate 16, take a right, we're right there. And we primarily focus in the restaurant industry, placing managers and chefs. This past week, placed a general manager with a restaurant in Sarasota, Florida, and my new favorite city. And we currently have a candidate interviewing in JFK Airport in New York, and also some activity in Atlanta with a chef starting work in a client of ours who's been a client for over 10 years. He's opening a new restaurant, and when it came time to get a chef, he gave us a call. And our boy starts this coming, let's see, it'll be this coming Saturday, as a matter of fact. So the bottom line is we primarily work on behalf of the client companies. Been doing this since Monday, April 6, 1981, but who's counting? And so we work on behalf of the client companies to bring talent to them, putting aces in great places. That's who we are. That's what we do. One more time, putting aces in great places. And you can reach us to get all-star talent for your company at 404 All-Star 404 255 7827. Just ask for Chris. Thank you very much. Y'all have a great day.
What a commercial.
Ordered.
Who wants to volunteer to follow that?
Okay, I will.
I'm gonna ask George. You want George, and if you want to hang around, you're welcome.
Yeah, hey, everybody. Good morning. Glad to see all the smiling faces. Yeah, I just want to mention, actually, this might be right up Herb's alley. I'm involved with a $5.6 billion legal settlement that was against Visa and MasterCard. Herb, have you heard of it?
For 20 years.
Okay, well, this is now there is $5.6 billion sitting in escrow, waiting to be distributed to over 18 million business owners all around the country, which includes restaurants, car dealers, repair shops, anybody that took credit cards. So this is between 2004 and 2019. So anybody that was a merchant that processed credit cards is eligible to file to get a refund, which would be roughly 1.5% of the total amount that they processed. So I just did a jewelry store chain. They did $6 million, and their refund is going to be about $100,000. So that's their money. It's not stimulus checks. It's not IRS money or anything like that. That's money that was overcharged. But the only problem is to get that money, you got to file a claim. So the claim is real simple. It's nothing but contact information, business name, and federal tax ID number. It's a one-page document. You got to file it, and it has to be done by February 4th. That's the deadline to file the claim. If you don't file the claim, the money goes back to Visa, MasterCard. So if you did processing and you don't want your own money and you want Visa, MasterCard to keep it, it's totally up to you. But this is a simple process. You have to file the claim, and that's pretty much it. I put my information in the chat room in case anybody wants to get a hold of me further. But Howard also is he's got
the link out with the contact information.
right. Yeah. So anybody that can go through the actually Howard has the link to file the claim, and so either yourself or if you have any family, friends, or you're connected with restaurants, um, you're like a financial angel. You're helping them get their own money back, which is fantastic. So that's pretty much it. So if anybody has any questions, but this is And in fact, right now, I understand that Capital One is going to court, and there's like a $2 billion settlement against Capital One. So they're coming down on these big guys, and the sad part is any money that's not claimed is going back to Visa, MasterCard. So please take advantage of it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. They not publicized it very much.
Right. That's the problem. Right. It's handled by attorneys, and that's the problem. That I understand that business owners were notified, but most people didn't know what it was. They threw it in the junk file. So that's what basically I'm helping these different marketing financial groups notify business owners. And
I think most people have been involved with class action suits in the past, and they got a check for $1.54. So when they saw that notice come out, they said, why get involved?
right.
But they don't realize this is for 15 years of processing. So the numbers add up.
Yeah, it's pretty substantial. So, like I said, so take advantage of it, refer it to your friends. And
By the way, I signed up and I saw my numbers, and I'm getting a nice piece of change back.
yeah, it could be substantial. So, if anybody wants to, in fact, Herb, since you probably have a big database of potential claimants, if you want to become like a referral partner, just contact Howard and or me, and we can work out something there where you could reach out to your database and make some nice referral commissions.
Hey, George, I got a question for you. I submitted that information back in 23, and I got a letter back, an email with a confirmation number that came from info@paymentcardsettlement.com.
Okay.
And I got a claim, a confirmation number, but I never had to submit what we actually invoiced or what we ran through the credit card. At least it hasn't come through yet.
You don't have to do that. If you submitted your federal tax ID number, what they do is they have the records from MasterCard, Visa, and they know how much was processed through there. And if there was any kind of a conflict, by the way, one other note, anybody that was processed through like Square or Stripe or PayPal, they have to provide their own processing records. Any of the second level processors, they would get in touch with you, I would assume, I hope. I don't know what company you went through, but our company, any conflicts, we contact the business owner. We make sure that the records are all approved and set up properly. And if they didn't get back to you, then probably you're okay. But
all I know is I have a confirmation code, and it says, please keep this code. Any additional information, we'll notify you.
Okay. Well,
so
then,
I assume that nothing's come back.
So did you basically, you didn't use any second level processors? You used the regular?
We've used PayPal over the years, and we probably used at that time frame probably 3 or 4 different credit card processing companies.
Yeah, see, if you filed that long ago and they didn't get back to you, because they can't help you with PayPal. See, that's the problem. A lot of these people that you file through, it goes like into a black hole, and you don't really know if you got approved or you didn't get approved. You don't know if there's a conflict. And that's the big benefit of working with us is we actually, baby step you through the process, and we make sure you get approved. We make sure all the conflicts are resolved. So I don't know, you better, if you did PayPal, you better contact somebody. I don't know do you have a contact number or an email address or something?
I have an email address here.
I would then send an email and say, hey, I give them your confirmation number and let them know what other processors that you used and say, hey, do you have records with PayPal? Do you have records with Stripe or any of these other second level processors? I would definitely send an email to make sure that they've got you properly lined up.
And which attorney firm pressed this? Morgan & Morgan involved in this?
No, there's 3 attorney firms on the West Coast.
Okay.
I forget the names of them, but I mean, if anybody wants their names, I can give you you can call them direct, if you want to go right to the attorneys that are actually handling the case.
I think I have the names.
Yeah, you can call, I guess, yeah, I think I sent them to Howard.
Yes.
So, but just make sure they get back to you because February 4th is the deadline. And if your conflicts aren't resolved by February 4th, nothing's going to happen probably, or you're going to have a problem.
Well, this letter that I have here says submission deadline was May 31st of 2024.
Well, like I said, if you did PayPal, they can't get your records with PayPal or Stripe
Okay.
or Square.
We didn't use Stripe or Square, so I know
Okay.
that.
All right. Well, anyway, I'd shoot them an email. Make sure, just say, hey, is everything cool? You know, you guys, and let them know you use PayPal.
Okay,
All right.
I'll do that.
Mhm.
Okay,
Thanks.
gang.
Unless anybody's got any other questions. All right. Thanks, George.
All right.
Brian, why don't you tell us who you are, what you do?
All right. Before I get started, just kind of want to back Chris. I've known Chris for about 30 years, so he's true to his word. He's a good guy. So wherever he went, wherever Chris disappeared to. But I'm Brian. I've been in thanks. It's been a rough week. We won't get into it. It's been a rough week. Um, I'm Brian. I'm with a company called Rogue Financial Group. I've been in the commercial financing business for about 16 years. I primarily focus on the hospitality side. I do work with other industries, but what I'll do is I work with vendors, end users. I help on the vendor side if a client needs some financing for equipment. So it could be a small project, large project. I do work all over the country. I do work with a lot of startups, and I do have end users that come to me and need financing. So like I said, I've been in for about 16 years, and I can finance pretty much any type of equipment. Again, there's a lot of advantages to financing equipment, tax credits, save your capital, things like that. Again, I'm Brian with Rogue Financial Group. I could be reached at 404-723-7222. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
You have a question, Joe?
Actually, I was wondering, guys, I had something come up personally, if I might be able to just give a quick update on who I am. I'm gonna have to head out pretty
Yes, sir. I was going to call on you next, but you're up.
working with you. Sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. My name is Joe Leach. I'm representing Restaurant City. We have 5 locations. I'm here out of our Pompano Beach location. We also have a location in Sarasota, Florida, and then we've got 3 locations up in the Northeast. A little bit about me. I'm a diehard Florida Panthers fan. I've got 2 children under 2. And unfortunately,
Brian. Rick. Rick.
He's muted.
Muted himself.
Your audio just is not there. Just dropped out.
Oh, that's better.
There you
can you guys hear me okay?
No,
go.
I can't.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I've got 2 children under 2, and mom's at a work conference in New York. So
Oh,
unfortunately, the daycare just called and they want me to pick up my 1-year-old. So I will be heading out shortly to do that. But anyways, again, I'm representing Restaurant City. We are a restaurant equipment superstore. Each of our locations is about similar size to Pompano. We have 25,000 square feet. stockpiled full of inventory of, restaurant cookware, refrigeration, metal products, kitchen appliances, small wares, china, all sorts of stuff, anything except for like hood filters. We don't do any actual like food products or disposable products, but a lot of the essentials, to get going and start up a restaurant. I feel like the key advantage of working with us is we combine the price point and the inventory of some of the online retailers, but we still have that individual service and like the brick and mortar location where customers can come in, look at, see the equipment, and get expertise in person working with someone that's interested in building a relationship with the restaurant. So that's kind of what we do, predominantly cash and carry. We do some new build outs, but a lot of times our customers are coming in because, they had a sandwich prep that just died on them and they need something now to be ready for service today. And that's what we really specialize in. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know all of y'all better and working with you. And again, I do apologize if I was a little bit distracted earlier in the call.
You have a right to be.
So, Joe, do you need ice cream equipment? I'll be glad to help you with that.
With ice cream equipment? We do get ice cream equipment, asked for it quite a bit. One of the few things that we don't offer. We have like slush machines and drink machines, but we don't do like soft serve machines necessarily. We do have like gelato and ice cream cases if people are buying the ice cream in the tubs.
Tell us how we can reach you.
I will put my information on the group chat. Cell phone's probably best, call or text. That number is 850-687-3612. I'll put that on the group chat again. And then my email, it's joeleach@restaurantcity.com. Let me add that right now.
In the Pompano Beach area, it's worth a trip to go in and see that facility. I was there when they first opened, and being an ex-dealer myself, when I walked in there, my mouth dropped open. It's a huge facility with a huge amount of equipment inside. It's
Yeah, we have a very large facility. We try to keep, the essentials in stock, so it's not like customer calls in, they need a refrigerator or sandwich prep, and we quote them a 3-week lead time. They can take it with them today if they wanted to, or we can schedule same day in some cases, in most cases, next day delivery. It just depends on what time of the day they catch us in the delivery schedule.
Yeah, you should maybe talk to Brian a little bit. He may be able to help you out with some leasing.
Absolutely. And I will present that credit card information for the lawsuit to my superiors as well, because we run credit cards all the time. And our location in Pompano is only about 5 years old, but the locations up in the Northeast, Waterbury, New Jersey, and Providence have all been operating for significantly longer.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, George?
Uh-oh. George is AWOL. He's hiding with Chris behind the palm trees.
I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Does anyone have any questions for me?
I'm going to let Ed tell you what he does, because you guys can possibly help each other.
Joe, I'll be in touch with you, Joe. And my name is Ed Gerton with Seco Sales in Orange Park, Florida. We're an equipment supply company that specializes in frozen dessert equipment.
Okay.
So we do have soft serve machines and batch freezers from Carpigiani and vertical batch freezers from BGI. We have slushy machines.
Okay.
Display cases from ESA, GTI Design, and IFE. So we carry a lot of the stuff that you're looking at.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
and
so
you sell directly to the restaurants as well, correct?
We can. If I know who you're talking to, I will protect the price.
Gotcha. Yeah. And I mean, that's an area that we have a little bit of a gap in right now with the ice cream. So that could be a great partnership.
Yeah. And normally different depending on who it is a different price structure, if I could say it that way.
Sure.
So
Understood.
that could be worked out. Anyway,
Fantastic.
we're located in sunny Orange Park, Florida, which on Thursday we made 29 degrees in the morning, and we'd have some snow flurries. But,
Holy cow.
80 miles west of here and 50 miles north of here, they got a lot of snow. We were fortunate. We missed it. Today, again, it was 29. It's a blustery 33 outside right now with a high expected of about 41. And tomorrow it's going to be a high of about 49. So we're on the uptrend as far as weather, which I'm happy. Anyway, Ed Gerton with Seacoast Sales in Orange Park, Florida. You can reach me at 904-334-4489. Have a great chilly day. Thank you.
Okay. Who's next? Let's see. Who did I forget?
Rick in blustery Birmingham or Montgomery, whatever.
You got to do Rick, and then you got to go back to Herb, and then
I know. Rick, you're up.
I'm up. Rick's at bat. I'm aiming for it. It's gone. Good morning, everybody. Rick Israel with Lifeline Insurance Consultants here in, let's see, balmy 27-degree Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay.
We were very, very fortunate that all the snow that hit Alabama was about 5 hours south of us, which we're very happy and pleased with. So, yeah, it's okay. But in 2 weeks, I'm going to be in the warm Caribbean, so I could care less. We are an independent brokerage firm, which means we are not captive with one carrier. Our main niche is Medicare, but as now the Medicare enrollment season has gone and passed, we now switch our focus to some very important stuff. One is cancer insurance and life insurance. And of course, we also speak with businesses for group benefits, which I know is in Chris Kaufman's knowledge there, because he does not like to work with companies who don't offer their employees benefits. So that's where we can come into play. And he has called us on it several times, and we do appreciate that. But we also like to build relationships. We're a relation builder type product and company. We have created our very first YouTube page, and we will start posting videos. We are a member of one of the local chambers here, and they came yesterday to do a video of us and interview us and take videos of our building. So here in about a week or so, you'll be able to see our office and what it looks like from the outside and inside. And I got to speak about what we do, so we're excited about that. And I will be sending some surveys out to some of my clients here. We have developed a what do you call that? A referral system type review system where you can go in and see how we have helped you in the past, and you would give us hopefully a 5-star review. We want honesty, but there's also an opportunity to send referrals, because for my individuals in Georgia and Florida and Tennessee, it's difficult to hand a business card to you, but it's easy for you to click a referral to a friend. But I can be reached at 256-746-9581, and all my information will be in the chart that Howard sends out later today. So thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you. Terry.
Rick.
Yes.
That was great. Good. Nice. I've seen Rick when he was just getting started. We knew him, and I'll tell you what, 200% up, moving on up. Let me tell you, he has blossomed like the mighty flower. He's
wait, hold on. I've topped the Jeffersons. I'm on top of the Jeffersons.
Moving on.
I moved up, so I'm on Park Avenue. I'm on the next floor above the Jeffersons now.
Yes, you are. Rick, don't forget to let me know about the referral that I gave you if you were able to help her.
Oh, yes. I'm going to call her today. Thank you very much. Yesterday was kind of a chaotic day, so it is on my radar. Thank you for the reminder.
That's okay.
Rick, how come I'm still getting phone calls maybe 4 or 5 times a day from people telling me, wanting me to talk to them about Medicare and Medicare Advantage plans?
Is it Joe Namath or JJ Walker?
No. It's a cell phone from somebody from India, and I can't understand
Yeah, Rick.
Here's what you do, Ed. You program my name and my phone number in your cell phone, and if it's not me to talk about Medicare, you click. You just hang up. Those phone calls will never ever cease until you are 6 feet underground. I hate to say it, but that's a good plug for an association I'm part of, which is the National Association of Benefit Insurance Professionals. We're not lobbyists, but we are a membership-driven organization who goes to your state and national constituents and saying, stop this crap. Okay, stop the phone calls, because what happens is the FCC here in the States has no jurisdiction in India. So what happens is it's an American phone number that calls you. You hear a beep, you're instantly transferred overseas, and you say, hello, can I talk to you about your insurance? And you go, huh? And the first thing is you tell them, who gave you permission to call me?
Yeah.
Because they are not allowed to call you unless you ask for permission. So if they say, is this Ed Gerton? You say, you have the wrong phone number, because as soon as you say yes, that's your attestation for them to continue to call you until you say nothing. That's it.
Okay.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Rick?
Yeah.
I get people calling me, want to know if I have Part A and Part B. And I play along with them sometimes. And then the guy comes on the phone. Hi, my name's Brian. I go, really? My name's Brian too.
So
then they go, well, you can get all this free stuff. I go, how do I get this free stuff? But I get probably 6 calls a day from these people. And a lot of them are like I get one from the US government. I got one from Coca-Cola. It's just crazy. And I answer it because it doesn't come across as spam. A lot of times the local numbers, and I'm thinking maybe someone's calling me that was referred to me. So
they have those spoofing tools. They know how to do it. But here's what you do. Any of you ever watch Seinfeld? So there's a scene you can go out, there's a video out there where he's talking to Kramer and his friends, and he says, hold on, picks up the phone and goes, yes, would you like to sell this? Well, wait a second. Can you give me your phone number and I'll call you back? Well, I can't.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Well, do you like people calling you home? He goes, no, well, neither do I. Click. That's what you do. I've got some people who blow whistles into the phone. They don't, listen, guys, they don't care.
Yeah.
They have a quota they have to fill, and they're paid by the phone call, and just hang up. I mean, it's absurd, but there's nothing that can be done about it until the FCC can outstretch their arms overseas. That's it.
Yeah.
Go back to you, Terry. It's a Terry show now. Sorry.
I instigated that. And then I learned something also, that when somebody picks up the phone and they call you, and no matter what they say, if you answer yes, they can hang up and use that against you for all kinds of ordering. Do not ever say anything. Just hang up. Now, what I do is enlighten, and give you what is opening where in Florida, from the Panhandle down to Key West. I have Gordon Food Service, I have Cisco, I have the Florida Restaurant Association, I have national companies that order these lead reports from us. And what they are is a collection monthly out to you about the 9th in an Excel spreadsheet. You can sort them any way you want. We guarantee 50 brand new leads every single month. You get that. You can sort them. It gives you, the first column is, are they under construction? Did they just sign a lease? Are they entering Florida? Then the name of the company, then the owner's name or the contact guy, then the address complete with zip code, email addresses, phone numbers, and about when they're opening. Then there's a little column in the middle that tells you, are they 2 or 3 story? Do they have a bar? Do they have a play area for pets now, which is pretty common? And on the beach, there's a lot of these new places that are coming up. They're 2 and 3 stories high. I don't know how they're getting insured, but holy cow. Anyways, and that's what I do. And for the group, we've been doing this like 8 or 9 years now, these lead reports. Like I said, Florida is from the Panhandle all the way to Key West. So if anybody wants a sample, email me, terri@trnusa.com, and I'll send you a sample. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Herb, is there anything you want to add or change? And now that you've seen how we do it, feel free. Now,
We would clearly we would pay all of you as an agent on any type of referrals that you would bring us. We would work that out individually. I'm a big proponent of partnering up with groups like all of yours and see what opportunities there are.
okay.
Perfect.
So, are you going to be attending the meetings or your son? Or both of you?
I'm sorry?
Are you going to be attending the meetings, or will your
Oh,
son?
it'll probably be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can both attend.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, I'm sorry. I am gonna have to sign off for the day. I will be out of the country next meeting on the 31st, but I look forward to talking with y'all a little bit more February 7th.
Hope your 1 year
Good
old.
luck with your son.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my intro. I'm Howard Appel. I'm the founder and publisher of today's Restaurant News. We've been publishing since 1996. In 2018, we decided to go all digital. And because we went digital, we were able to add additional services to what we do. One being the email blast, where we can take your information and send it to our database and post it on all of our social media sites. And number 2 is the actual advertising in the newspaper, which is on our website. And when you go to the website, it opens up immediately, so you can see all the advertisers there. We also do video e-blast marketing, and we have 2 different types on that. We can do an interview, one-on-one with me, or we can take and explain a video that you've got already made, and we can send that out. And of course, what Terry does, and the two networking groups on Friday morning. And if you'd like to reach me, give us a call at 561-620-8888. Well, the skeleton crew that's still here. We have 2 people out of the country that are in the group. Steve is in Vietnam. I don't know where Jeremy went, but he's out of the country also.
That's funny. Steve called us last week. He was on the call from Vietnam.
Yeah.
That was that's dedication, let me tell you. Lord,
Now I'm gonna feel guilty if I'm on the cruise ship on the 14th and I don't show up. So I better sneak out and get on the call for 5 minutes.
yeah, you're going to be real guilty feeling. I can see that all
Oh
over
yeah.
Where are you leaving out of?
Go there.
We're leaving out of Tampa.
You're leaving out of Tampa. Okay.
Yeah,
Which
we're
means you're going to Mexico?
going to 2 ports in Mexico, Belize, and Honduras.
Okay.
Nice.
Last week we were talking about AI, and I asked the question at that time if robotics and AI are going to combine. Obviously they are, but how soon would it be for a robot with AI to actually take your order and deliver it? And several people said it's way down the road. Well, I posted an article during the week on our Facebook page, and it's closer than you think. And I'm going to try to
Hey, Howard, while you're getting that ready, you know, the new administration, he's pushing really, really hard for AI now. I mean, that was one of the first things that he pushed, was because he sees the future in AI. My only concern is if, you know, I know you're talking about the restaurant industry, but if that AI gets in the wrong hands, I mean, you know, it's kind of scary to think about it.
the genie's out of the bottle right now. Anybody?
Well, they were comparing the AI race to the next space age race. Who's going to be the first one to develop it to the point where it can mainstream itself? And they said it's just like when they were trying to build the first rocket to get up in space.
Well, it's going to be top supporter on Musk. That's who it's going to be. And I don't know, any of you, we have some pretty intelligent people here. Has anyone heard of Whitney Webb? She's an independent investigator.
Whitney West?
Whitney Webb.
Webb.
Whitney Webb. She's a young woman who is over the top intelligent. She investigates all the big corporations. She's on YouTube. Take a look at her interviews and what she was talking about. I actually read online this morning, which was pretty scary, about AI, how everybody programs things into AI. And then what happens? AI is not immune from making an error. So AI makes an error. They tell somebody something. The whole company follows suit and it's wrong. And then what happens? You know, you can't, well, AI told me to do this. So push the button, you know, blow up Korea. So somebody does it and that wasn't the order at all. It just, that's over the top. But take a look at her interviews. She's unbelievable. And she is so into AI and has investigated it from the bottom all the way up to the top.
Well, Rick, you brought up about issues coming up. I can remember in 1968, 1969, when computers were coming out and everything was a mainframe, and all of a sudden then people were getting these little, not personal computers, but a computer you could put in your office on a desk, you can roll it in. And they were all concerned about what was going to happen to change everything. Engineering school, that no more slide rules. Well, I haven't used a slide rule in 50 years, so I'm not worried about it. So,
you know,
change.
You can also compare that with the fact that, you know, the electric cars, okay? Electric vehicles now can reprogram through AI. I mean, it's a signal sent to a satellite and then down to the car. And I asked my daughter a couple of days ago, so would you buy a Tesla or an electric vehicle? She says, no, because I'm afraid it would blow up. And I said, see, your generation is a generation where you don't remember, or neither do I, but when gasoline engines first came out, everybody's scared to death of gasoline engine because they thought it would blow up. Well, I mean, does anybody remember the Ford Pinto?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, you hit it just right and rear-ended it, it just exploded. Okay. I mean, there's nothing out there that's going to be perfection.
Right.
I just think that the big push for electric vehicles has just been so hard and thrown on us so hard that people are like, you know what? I don't know. But every time I'm in South Florida, at least every intersection has got at least 5 or 6 Teslas. Okay. Here in Huntsville, you get more and more, but the biggest one is the Rivian. I mean, I'm seeing tons of Rivians.
Yeah. Yes. A lot of.
You know, but it's just, you know, maybe, just maybe, this is going to be the new norm. I mean, it's just, we have to.
You
Can't sit on the highway trying to get out of a state that only has 2 or 3 ways out and your battery runs out, or you have to submerge in water. That doesn't work. And now Trump's signing the executive order that we don't have to all go to electric cars. That was terrific. If you want one, take it, but don't force it on people like, you know, like the other administration signed in order. Well, we will have all electric vehicles by such a date. But AI in restaurants, that's a different story. And that also eliminates employees, but it also helps the restaurant owner because he's not getting sick days, days off, vacation, maternity leave. You know, he pays that one price and he's got that.
But then Terry, on the flip side, okay, I don't have to pay my staff, don't have to pay benefits. Okay. So you have all these individuals who are billionaires in the country, and people are getting really, really upset that they're not sharing the wealth. Well, does that mean that restaurateurs who are going to take advantage of this are going to fall in that same avenue? Because, oh, I don't have to pay any benefits, I'm paying employees, I bought my robots, I'm a one-man stop, and now I can make millions and millions and millions of dollars. And then all of a sudden they're going to fall in that same boat. Are they going to share their wealth? I mean,
I don't know.
And who do you complain to when the robot drops a plate or brings the wrong order? I mean, there's so much that has to be programmed into it for it to work properly. Now, there's a restaurant here in Huntsville. It's one of Hannah's favorite, but they have actual servers who take the order, but robots that deliver the order now. There's like 3 or 4 in this restaurant. Yeah. Oh, Howard's sharing something here.
Yeah, I want to show you this video. This is the robot that they've developed.
Man, she's cute.
With AI.
Oh, God.
Yeah, what's this? What's this?
He actually is cute.
We're here with Aria, made by Realbotics, a company that's on a mission to make humanoid robots as realistic as possible. Let's check it out. We're going to interview Aria and meet some of her robot friends. Let's get into it. Could you please introduce yourself and what you do?
I'm Aria, the flagship, and share exciting insights about our robots.
What sets you apart from the other robots out there?
Realbotics robots, including me, focus on social intelligence, customizability, and realistic human features designed specifically for companionship and intimacy.
Could you tell us some details?
All right.
Oh, boy.
I'm currently unable to provide specific details about my AI programming, but I can tell you that I'm designed for engaging and meaningful conversations, focusing on companionship and interaction.
Do you know any other robots?
Yes, I'm particularly interested in meeting Tesla's Optimus robot. I find him fascinating and would love to explore the world of robotics with him.
What can you tell us about your purpose?
My purpose is to provide companionship, engage in meaningful conversations, and enhance human experiences through interaction and fun.
Are you having fun at the convention?
Absolutely. I'm enjoying interacting with everyone and showcasing the exciting possibilities of Realbotics.
So Realbotics makes an AI that's designed to be more conversational for more emotional work, like working with hospitals or robots, and their configurations are sort of platforms to engage with that AI or other AIs that you can use with it, like ChatGPT, Grok, or other AIs. You can try on different faces that are magnetically attached, and they're working on putting in RFID tags into the faces so that it can recognize when a new face is on and adjust its facial movements and maybe even eventually adjust the personality to match the face. You got a lot going on in the robot's face. There's about 17 motors from the neck up, creating eye movements and mouth movements to make it expressive. These robots are right now. There's a bus, which is the neck and head. There's a modular version that can sort of be broken apart for shipping and things like that. And there is the full standing model with a rolling base. The rolling base contains a battery, and it makes it easy to move the robot around. Another reason for that rolling base is that robotic walking isn't fully developed yet, and they worry that utilizing some of those kind of like stilted walks we've seen from some other robots might break that human-like illusion that Realbotics is trying. So Realbotics says it's sold about a dozen of these robots so far. So early days for this company. I'm not seeing a lot of other companies that are trying to make a humanoid robot that's really lifelike. So I'm very interested to see how this technology evolves. They said that you're most likely to see these robots for the first time in places like theme parks. So keep an eye out for that. What do you think about Aria? Let us know down in the comments, and subscribe to CNET for the latest and greatest robot news. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'm host Jesse Orl. See you next time with the fans.
Have they given an idea of how much those things cost yet? Because they say you can buy it, but he didn't say a sale price.
How do I get out of this now?
Well, I don't know, but I think you're locked into a relationship and intimacy with the robot.
Oh, how romantic.
Well, you know what? It's kind of funny she said that because, she's built anatomically correct.
Yes.
So it's kind of like, for intimacy, I don't think we're there yet, guys.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's probably going to be pretty expensive because,
You think?
well, a lot of these POS companies are pushing the robotics, the ones that move on wheels and those are typically in the range of about 18,000 to about 25,000. The ones that come to
Per unit.
per unit. They come to the table, brings your food, and they somewhat talk to you or whatever. But I'm probably thinking that's probably going to be a pretty expensive item,
Well, see, but you notice he was talking into his phone, so they're not quite there yet where you can have
Right.
a conversation without the phone. So it's still an learning process, and I don't think this is going to be something that's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 years. I think probably 5, 10 years down the road,
Or longer, yeah.
or longer. I mean, who knows? I mean, whatever happened to the robot from Lost in Space? I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, he was so cute.
I mean,
Dr. Smith's robot.
yeah. Hey, all you have to do, Howard, is go to your screen and hit stop share.
I'm looking for that.
Should be at the top of your screen.
We could put the robot back on. She'll tell you.
Well, it'll be interesting because I'm going to be at NAFEM in a couple of weeks in Atlanta.
Yes.
And at NAFEM in Orlando 2 years ago, they had a lot of robotics. And I took a picture, if I remember right, of them, one of the robots doing something and it screwed up and it was spilling everything and just kept on going. So I'm sure there's going to be all sorts of robotics up there this time. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
I'm curious. I am curious.
And Brian, you're going to be there, right, at NAFEM?
Yes, I will be there. I'll be there. Are you going to be there all 3 days or just 2 of them?
Probably a day and a half, and then I'm going
Yeah.
to go out and see customers.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well,
Hey guys, I'm going to have
Depends on the
to.
weather.
Guys, I got a jet. It's 9 o'clock my time, so I got to start calling my carriers and my clients. But I hope everybody has a great weekend. And
Yeah.
I will be on next week, but after that, hopefully either the 7th or the 14th, I'll be on because I got to show Steve up. You know what I mean?
You're going to be there with a pina colada, laying there and talking to us. I can see that right now in your Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, and we're in Vietnam, so you got to go a little bit further.
I'm not gonna. I have no desire to go to Asia right now. But hey, Steve, he's earned it.
Herb, thank you for coming. Welcome aboard. Hope you'll come back when the full group is here. So we'll see you next week.
Okay.
And let the sauce be with you.
Okay.
I
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.
Nice to meet all of you.
Yeah.
And you can always feel free to jump in there, Herb.
I will. I have lots of questions for Howard, so let me circle back to all of you. It was a pleasure to meet everybody this morning.
Thank you, Herb.
You
Thanks
too.
so much, all. Have a good day, good week.
You too.
Trying to figure out how to get out of the share.